Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. I am Amalam Das, the founder CEO of Arjuna Group, which is an NGO working for student empowerment and the director of Sriji Institute of Human Excellence. So we are on a mission to enhance the family, relationship and social well-being of more than 1 million families. If you resonate or connect with this mission, please do subscribe to this channel where we make a video every week to educate you on relationships and love, etc. Today we are going to talk on a very special theme and important theme, and that is about how to find love in life. Very often you find people speaking that, oh, I am not feeling loved. Mujhe pyar chahiye. How should I get love in life? So we are going to find out the answers to this on today's discussion. So I am making this video in 3 parts. In the first part, I'll discuss with you where do we get love from? And in the second part, we'll discuss about is there a difference between feeling unloved or being unlovable? And then in the third part, I'm going to discuss with you a very important concept of extended family, which will help you to find the necessary love in your life. See, love is so important in our life. We can call it as that love is like oxygen. You see, just like when there is no oxygen, we start feeling choked up. We can't live. In the very same manner, if we don't find love in our life, what happens to us? We start feeling very unhappy, we become very miserable, we start feeling choked up, and what not happens? We can't do anything, we can't focus on our work, etc. So let me know in the comment box what will happen to a student if he starts feeling unloved, if he feels that I am not getting love which I want. What will happen to him or her? Will they be able to concentrate on their college studies, etc.? And also, what will happen to a working professional if they start feeling unloved and they feel like I am not getting the love I want in life? What will happen to them? Will they be able to be productive? Even though they may have great talent or degrees, will it affect their work life, etc.? I want to know from you. Please put it in the comment box. Let's go to the part 1 of the video. So in the part 1, now I'm going to discuss with you about where do we get love from? See, it's very important thing, especially in today's modern culture, to realize that we get love from relationships. Very important. Okay, so let me write this down. So we get love, right? Only from where? From relationships. From where do we not get love? I'll just speak about it. From relationships. It's people. It's human beings, right? Where we get love from. We get the reciprocation, we get the affection, from the human beings or people. So we don't get love from so many things. Where do we don't get love from? Not from things. Like in today's world, people start purchasing and buying so many things, right? So a bike, a mobile, you see, or going somewhere here, there, that does not give you love, right? So it doesn't come from money, right? This is not what love comes from. You cannot buy love from someone, you cannot bribe them and say, please love me, isn't it? So love comes from relationships. It's very important to know, because today what we have is, we have a very commercial culture, right? A very commercial culture where people are not focusing on relationships, rather they start focusing on money, etc. So I've heard a saying which I want to tell you, that in a civilized society, people use things, right? They use things and love people. This is what happens in a civilized society. In a civilized society, people use things. They don't love things. You don't get love from things. And they love people. But what happens in an uncivilized society as what we have in today's modern society? What happens there? People in today's society, what starts happening? People love things and use people to get them. Right? So therefore, this is a big problem which happens in today's modern society. Why so many people feel unloved and unhappy? It's because this is the right formula which is not happening, and this is very wrong, and this is what you find very common today. So please remember, in the part 1 we learned that Love comes from relationships, not from things, not from money. We have to start loving people and find those relationships from where we can get love. We cannot fill that void of our heart with anything of this world or whatever amount of money, or we can even put here the ranks or degrees, right, or positions, etc. We cannot fill the void of our heart with all these things. Now let me go to the part 2. So now in the part 2 of the video, I am going to explain to you what do we look for in the relationships. This video I have made in the last week itself, where I talked about the 4 things which we are looking for in a relationship. But I'll just give a brief summary over here. So from a relationship, what are we actually looking for? So there are many things which we can actually put them into 4 categories. So you may look for competence in a relationship, right? Or you may look for care, you may look for character, or the consistency. See, these are the 4 benefits which any relationship gives us. And when we receive all of this or any one of this, we actually feel loved in our life. So I have explained it in detail. So you will see somewhere here there is a video linked. You can see that video. I have explained all this in detail. What are they? So competence is like you need somebody to solve the problems. We all keep facing several problems, several challenges, and we need support at that time. So these are the those people, those who are competent. We have relationship. We feel loved that way. Similarly, we need kindness, encouragement, appreciation, support, emotional support. So that's what this is. Second part. Then the third is we need the clarity of life. We need somebody who can tell us the values of life, etc. So that's about character. And consistency, we need somebody to be there with us all when we are up, when we are down, or whenever we need them. So this is there. Now, what happens? See, these 4 things a person cannot expect from one person. Otherwise, it becomes over expectation, right? Usually, it should be coming, these all 4 things are required and important, but they should be coming from a group of people called as family. You see, this is why family is important. Now, there is another video, you can look somewhere there, which I will pin it over there, where I extended about what is a family after all, right? So, you can look there. So, but again, very brief summary. So, in a family, we are looking for love, affection, support, all these 4 C's. So, who are the people in our family? So, there may be mother, there will be father. Like this, we don't look for love only from one person, right? That's what I'm explaining. We look for love from a family, mother, father, there will be sisters, brothers, you have cousins, right? You have cousins, nephews, whatever. Right? Then there is uncles and aunts. There's so many types of uncles and aunts, right? We call all of them in India as uncles and aunt, English or aunts. But otherwise like chacha, mama, kaka, kaki, bua, tai, so many different types, right? So all these relationships. What happens is when we start feeling unloved is when our family members, the nearest people around us, they are not able to give us these 4 sufficiently. See, we cannot look for this from one person only. First of all, we should know that. Okay, we cannot look for this from one person, but at least this group of people who is our family, the biological family, when they are unable to provide us, right, these 4 C's, that's when we start feeling unloved. But remember, feeling unloved is not equal to being unlovable. If you are not getting love from these people around you, it doesn't mean that you are unlovable. No, so feeling unloved is not about being unlovable. You can still get love. Okay, so what are the few things you should do? So, first of all, it may be so that you are not giving sufficient love, affection, support or these 4 C's to the people around you. That is why you are not receiving it sufficiently. So, I had told this earlier, I am telling it again. So, the first thing a person should do when they feel unloved is they start giving this 4 C's, this kindness, support, service, etc. to the family members, and hopefully they will also receive back. But it can happen so that the people may not reciprocate back. It is very much possible. In such a situation, what should we do is a very important thing to know. In the part 3, I'll talk about extended family. Let's go there. So now we are in the part 3 of the video. If you have liked the concepts which I have been explaining, please press this like button. It will help many others to discover this very important video. Please share this video with your friends and family and others, so that they can also get this wonderful knowledge. Okay, so in the part 3 we are talking about the extended family and how we receive love. How do we actually, we may be feeling unloved but we are not unlovable. So how do we get that love? So the concept of extended family is that the 4 C's which you have to look in relationships, you may have to go beyond your biological family, right? You may have to go beyond. So like you may find out love or relationships with your, say, neighbors or your friends, right? Or maybe if you are in a college, then your own college, right? Or your own company, co-employees, right? In various, or you may, if you may be attending, so there are some groups which you attend. So like there is like satsang programs where people can associate together, right? So you may be having a satsang program. It's actually very good to be a part of groups which discuss on love, relationships, etc. Right? They discuss about higher purpose of life. So these are called as satsang groups. So you may be getting people from the satsang groups. So different ways you can find different people. In fact, sometimes it could be just strangers who come in your life and you may actually develop relationships with them, like strangers. Sometimes, right? Actually, in our Vedic times, there was a concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. So we did not limit ourselves with the small biological family. Of course, in the Vedic times, the biological family itself used to be very big. They would be staying in one roof most of the times, right? Under one roof, right? So the huge, joint family system. But of course, in modern times, we don't have that joint family system. That is a very big problem. Then we have very few people. Now we may be living somewhere very far away from our own biological families also. Even if our family members are very loving and caring, still we might need a lots of others in our life to actually get the love which we are wanting. And there is nothing wrong about it, right? So we can find this from this extended family, right? Different people may come in our life who could give us the love, the 4 C's, any of these 4 C's which we may be wanting. That is very important. So we have to be open to the different relationships in life. We may have to make those relationships by ourselves supporting some of these people, and then we get the in reciprocation love back. Now, to tell you that there is nothing wrong about it, I'll tell you some of the historical, the Vedic historical examples about it. Let's look at the life of Pandavas. Okay, let's look about this extended family concept in the life of Pandavas. Okay, so Pandavas. What happened with the Pandavas? So of course their father Pandu was not there. When they were very young, he actually passed away. Okay, so he was not there. The mother was there, very kind mother, Kunti was there. Then of course they had their uncle, Dhritarashtra. You know how cunning he was. In fact, he was not at all giving them love, rather he actually became against them. Then of course they had their cousin brothers, the Kauravas. Right? What happened? So they didn't receive love from them. Rather, they were actually hating them. They were wanting to murder them and kill them actually. Right? Then they had a very loving grandfather. But what happened? Again, the grandfather's hands were tied up due to loyalty to the kingdom. They could not receive sufficient love and support from the grandfather also at various times. Then their own teacher, Dronacharya, right? Drona. And even Kripa also, who was also in the capacity of teacher or guru, they also loved Pandavas, but again they could not give so much of support at the time when they actually needed. So in case of Pandavas, you could see their own family members could not give them love which they needed. But were they unlovable? Absolutely not. Then what did they do? Look at their example. It will help you to identify what you should be doing. So, they were actually, for quite a long period of time, they were actually in the forest. They were running away from the Kauravas at one time, and another time the Kauravas sent them to the forest also. So you see, what did the Pandavas do? They developed an extended family, right? In one of the videos, it's pinned over there, where I talked about family. You will hear the story that how the Pandavas and Kunti Maharani made a friendly relationship with a Brahmana. So there was a village named as Eka Chakra, right? So in that Ek Chakra, this Brahmana's family became very friendly to Kunti and Pandavas, and they were giving support and shelter to them. Then later on, you will also see that actually Bhima, he meets Hidimbi. So Hidimbi was of course from a dynasty of Asuras, but then Bhima fell in love with Hidimbi. They both had attraction towards each other. Kunti permitted that marriage, and then they made a relationship with Hidimbi. Although Hidimbi's brother Hidimbasura was killed by Bhima. So they got their relationships over here. You see, this is all outside their biological family. Then later on, Yudhishthir Maharaj, when they were sent to so many years to forest, right? So at that time, they were surrounded by various sages like Vyasdev, etc. would come and meet them. So like Vyasa, and also they made relationship with Dhaumya Rishi. So because Drona could not actually support them at that time, so they made a relationship with Dhaumya Rishi. They made him their spiritual master, right? So they had this Dhaumya Rishi, and in fact another sage, he actually came during that time and taught Yudhishthir Maharaj how to play gambling match also, because he feared that in case if the evil Duryodhan still again calls for a gambling match, at least at that time now Yudhishthir should not lose everything. He should get back, he should not be losing his kingdom. So therefore there was another sage who came and taught him gambling also. So you can see they had this extended family around them. Later on, the Drupada's family. So Arjuna actually married Draupadi, right? So there Drupada's family came and helped. Then the Virat Naresh actually came forward and helped. So these are all different people whom they made their extended family with. This is an example which we can see in Mahabharata, where the extended family was necessary for the love, support, etc. needed for the person in life. So in today's modern times, don't we have to think about it? Now the very important point, along with all of this, Pandavas had very deep love for God, love for Lord Krishna. So therefore they were also receiving so much of affection and devotion within their heart from their relationship which they were cherishing with Lord Krishna. So these are the ways people can find love in their life. I hope that you like this video. Please tell me in the comments if you like it, what in this video you were interested in, and please let me know what is the next topic I should make my video on. I hope you enjoy our videos and you will subscribe to this channel and you will circulate these videos to your friends and family who you feel that they can be benefited by this video. We have recently released a book on parenting teenagers for wholesome success. You can see the buy link in the comment box. It's one of the very well researched book on the topic of parenting. If you want to purchase it, please see in the link box. Thank you so much for today.